The modern affair doesn't require sneaking around in the physical world. It happens while she's sitting next to you on the couch, her phone glowing in her hand, her fingers moving across the screen with practiced ease. She's laughing at something, but not sharing the joke. She's smiling at her notifications, but not telling you why. She's more present online than she is in your actual presence. If you think she's being distant but can't prove it, you might be missing the digital red flags that are hiding in plain sight. Today, I'll expose the 5 social media signs that reveal she's hiding another man. These aren't guesses or paranoid assumptions. They're patterns rooted in female psychology and online behavior, documented by relationship therapists, confirmed by data analysts who study social media habits, and, yes, admitted by women who've been caught and later explained exactly how they hid their affairs digitally. Before we start, hit subscribe and drop a comment if you've ever felt something was off online, but she told you were imagining things. Your story might help another man connect the dots before it's too late. And drop your city or country below. Let's see how far this message travels around the world. Sign 1. The sudden privacy shift. Something changes overnight. The woman who used to share everything publicly, her stories, her posts, her daily life, suddenly starts locking everything down. What used to be public stories visible to all her followers, open comments anyone could read, and tagged photos showing where she was and who she was with, are now suddenly private, restricted, or marked for close friends only. Her Instagram stories that used to pop up regularly now show that little green circle, the close friends indicator, and you're not in that circle anymore. Her Facebook posts that used to be public are now set to friends only, or custom lists you're mysteriously excluded from. Her TikTok videos that anyone could see are now private. Her Twitter is suddenly locked. When you ask about it, she has perfectly reasonable explanations ready. I just want more privacy these days. Too many random people were following me. I'm trying to be less online, more present. Work people were seeing my stuff, so I locked it down. Psychology behind it. This is selective visibility, and it's one of the most telling signs of hidden infidelity in the digital age. When a woman is hiding another man, she doesn't disappear from social media entirely. That would be too obvious, too suspicious. Instead, she filters. She creates layers of visibility where different audiences see different versions of her life. She still posts regularly, maybe even more than before. But you're no longer the target audience. More importantly, you're no longer able to see who is the target audience. Those close friends stories, they're not for co-workers, they're for him, and possibly for a curated group of friends who are helping her maintain the secret, or who simply don't know you exist. In her mind, she's not lying. She's just keeping things private or managing her online presence better. It's a psychological loophole that lets her maintain plausible deniability while actively concealing her activities from you. Real-life example. You're scrolling Instagram and notice her story has that green ring around it, close friends only. You're confused because you used to see all her stories. When you mention it casually, she acts like it's no big deal. Oh, I just made a close friends list for work stuff. It's boring, trust me. Just office things I don't want to bore everyone with. But here's the reality. That close friends list isn't co-workers. It's carefully selected people who won't tell you what she's really posting. It might include him. It definitely excludes you and anyone who might report back to you. That's where she posts the selfies from places you don't recognize, the cryptic captions that reference inside jokes you're not part of, the content that reveals what her public persona carefully hides. She's not being more private, she's being more strategic. Sign 2. The disappearing mentions. 6 months ago, her social media was full of you. Couple photos with captions like "lucky girl" or "my favorite person." Tagged locations from restaurants you went to together, Posts about date night or weekend adventures that clearly included you even if you weren't tagged. Her relationship status was visible. Her bio might have even referenced you with an emoji or inside joke. Now, nothing. Silence. Digital erasure. No couple pictures. No shared memories. Not even a hint that she's in a relationship. If someone scrolled through her profile, they'd have no idea you existed. She looks completely single online, available, unattached. Psychology behind it. This is social disassociation, and it's one of the most calculated moves in the modern affair playbook. She's systematically removing digital evidence that ties her to you, clearing the path for plausible deniability with the new person in her life. Think about it from her strategic perspective. If her profile shows she's in a committed relationship, the other man might back off or feel guilty. If mutual friends can see she's coupled up, they might judge her behavior or alert you to suspicious activity. But a clean profile that appears single, that equals freedom. No evidence, no accountability, no questions. It's the digital equivalent of taking off your wedding ring when you go out. Except it's even more insidious because it reaches hundreds or thousands of people simultaneously, broadcasting availability without having to say a word. Real-life example. You notice she's archived all the photos of you two together. When you ask about it, she has a ready explanation. I'm just cleaning up my feed, trying for a more minimalist aesthetic, less clutter. Or maybe, I just want to keep our relationship more private. I think posting about relationships online is kind of tacky anyway. But here's what's really happening. She's not deleting those photos. She's archiving them. That way, she can restore them later if things with the new guy don't work out and she decides to come back to you. It's emotional insurance and tactical deceit wrapped in one calculated action. The archived photos stay hidden from her profile but aren't permanently gone. It's the perfect setup for a backup plan. She can appear single to pursue the new relationship, but maintain the ability to quickly restore her committed girlfriend persona if she needs to. Sign 3. Strategic engagement, with a specific account scroll through her recent activity. The posts she's liked, the photos she's commented on, the stories she's replied to. You start noticing a pattern. One specific guy's posts get consistent engagement from her. Maybe it's subtle. A heart emoji here, a laughing reaction there, a "so true" comment under his motivational post, a fire emoji on his gym selfie. She's not commenting on everyone's posts, just his, consistently, reliably, like clockwork. Meanwhile, she might scroll right past your posts without engagement. Your stories get views but no reactions. Your photos get no likes. But his? Always. Psychology behind it. This is digital flirtation masking as innocent social media interaction. She's using the ambiguity of online communication as protection, maintaining plausible innocence while sending clear signals to him. To outsiders scrolling through, it looks harmless, just friends interacting on social media. But psychologically, it's her way of feeding his attention, maintaining connection, and signaling interest while keeping enough cover that she can deny any deeper meaning if confronted. Every like is a micro-message. I see you. I'm thinking about you. I'm paying attention to your life. Every comment is a small bridge of connection. Every reply to his story is a private conversation hidden in plain sight. It's how modern emotional affairs are maintained daily without ever sending an obviously compromising direct message. Real-life example. You're scrolling Instagram and you notice she's liked the last 15 photos this one guy posted. She's commented on 10 of them with enthusiastic responses. This is amazing. You're so talented. Can't stop laughing at this. Meanwhile, you posted a photo 3 days ago and she hasn't even liked it. When you point it out, she immediately makes you feel ridiculous. What, you're jealous over a comment? Are you seriously counting my likes now? That's crazy. He's just a friend from work. I comment on lots of people's stuff. But she doesn't. When you actually look at her activity, she's highly selective about engagement. His posts get immediate, enthusiastic responses. Everyone else's get sporadic or non-existent engagement. That's not friendship. That's emotional breadcrumbs, carefully dropped to maintain a connection while maintaining deniability. Sign 4. Activity gaps. That don't add up. She tells you she's going to bed at 10 p.m. So tired, good night, babe. You text her 15 minutes later just to say you love her. No response. You figure she fell asleep, but then you check Instagram out of boredom, and you see she posted a story 12 minutes ago. She's clearly awake, clearly on her phone, clearly active. But responding to you? Radio silence. Or maybe you text her during the day. No response for 2 hours. She's busy at work, or her phone was in her bag. But when you check her social media activity later, you can see she was online. Liking posts, viewing stories, commenting on photos. The entire time she was too busy to respond to you. Psychology behind it. This is controlled communication, and it reveals exactly where you rank in her priorities. She's not actually busy. She's not actually offline. She's choosing who gets her attention and her energy. And increasingly, that person isn't you. She's compartmentalizing, strategically ignoring you while staying actively connected elsewhere, possibly with him. It's a way to control perception and manage multiple relationships simultaneously. She can tell you she's unavailable while being completely available to someone else. The activity gaps are the cracks in her story. Her digital footprint exposes what her words are designed to hide. Real-life example. She posts an Instagram story at 10:35 p.m., a selfie with a glass of wine, captioned "Unwinding after a long day." 5 minutes after texting you, going to sleep, so exhausted. When you mention it the next morning, she acts confused. "Oh, I posted that earlier and it just went up late. You know how Instagram is." Except Instagram stories show exactly when they were posted, and the timestamp doesn't lie. Or, here's an even more revealing pattern. You notice her last active status on Instagram or Snapchat aligns perfectly with when another specific guy is also active. She's offline when he's offline. She's online when he's online. The pattern repeats day after day. When someone's offline time consistently lines up with someone else's online presence, or when her activity patterns sync with a specific person's schedule, pay attention. That's not coincidence. That's coordination. Sign 5. The emotional subtext in her posts. Her captions start sounding different, less about her life, more like messages written to someone specific. She starts posting quotes that seem loaded with meaning, selfies with captions that sound like inside jokes, or vague statements that clearly reference something specific you're not part of. Sometimes people understand you without words. Energy doesn't lie. If you know, you know. Finally feeling seen. Some connections just hit different. Best conversations happen with the right person. She posts a photo at a coffee shop you've never been to with the caption, "Always our spot," except it's not your spot. You've never been there. She posts a sunset photo with "Grateful for the people who really get me," when you've been feeling increasingly disconnected from her for weeks. Psychology behind it. This is coded communication, and it's remarkably common in modern affairs. Her social media feed becomes a diary. Her captions become signals. Her posts become love letters, hidden in plain sight. These posts aren't meant for everyone. They're for one person, him. She's using her public platform for private communication, sending messages that look innocent to the general audience, but carry deep meaning to the intended recipient. It's how she maintains emotional connection and feeds the relationship without leaving an obvious trail that could be used as evidence. It's brilliant from a strategic standpoint and devastating from a relationship standpoint. She gets to express her feelings, make him feel special, and reinforce their connection, all while maintaining complete deniability because she's just posting on her own account. Real-life example, she posts a mirror selfie looking particularly good, dressed up, hair and makeup done. The caption, "When you know who you're doing it for, you're at home. She told you she was having a girls' night. The post isn't for you, it's for him, and he knows it. He probably commented within seconds." And she replied with a wink emoji. Or she posts a quote, "The best feeling is being understood by someone without having to explain yourself." You read it and feel a vague sense of unease, because you two have been miscommunicating a lot lately. You feel like she has to explain everything to you repeatedly, because you're not connecting. That's because the post isn't about you, it's about him. It's about how effortless their connection feels compared to the work your relationship now requires. She's broadcasting her emotional state to the world, but really, she's just talking to him. Social media hasn't just changed how we communicate. It's fundamentally changed how affairs happen and how they're hidden. The evidence isn't in her text messages anymore. It's in her activity patterns, her engagement habits, her privacy settings, and the subtle ways she curates her digital persona. These 5 signs aren't isolated behaviors. They're interconnected patterns that, when you see multiple ones happening simultaneously, paint a very clear picture of someone maintaining a digital double life. The privacy shift creates the space. The disappearing mentions erase you from the narrative. The strategic engagement maintains the connection. The activity gaps reveal the priority shift, and the emotional subtext in her posts feeds the affair emotionally while hiding it in plain sight. If you're reading this and recognizing several of these patterns, your instincts are probably correct. Trust what you're seeing, even if she tells you you're imagining things or being paranoid. Your gut is responding to patterns your conscious mind hasn't fully processed yet. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button and subscribe for more content on female psychology, relationship red flags, and protecting yourself in the digital age. Drop a comment telling me which sign hit closest to home, or share your own experience with digital deception. And don't forget to drop your location. I want to see where this message is reaching.